for shooting down the enemy and all that kind of jazz. The Iron Cross. Iron Cross? I'm sick and tired of Iron Crosses.
The Iron Cross and Knight's Cross. This symbol is one of the most recognizable military decorations in history. The award is derived from the insignia of the Teutonic Order, established in the late 12th century, a Germanic military society designed to protect Christians and spread Christian rule to the Holy Land during the Crusades. As a military decoration, the Iron Cross was first awarded in the Kingdom of Prussia, then the German Empire, most notably during World War I. Finally, Nazi Germany would be the last German government to award the Iron Cross. Today, a derivative of the Iron Cross is still used as a symbol of the Bundeswehr, or the Federal Defense Forces of Germany. The Balkenkreuz, or Bar Cross, is sometimes called an Iron Cross, but this is considered a separate symbol and not used post-World War II. The Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross, or simply the Knight's Cross, was a more prestigious award than the Iron Cross First or Second Class. The Knight's Cross was awarded to military and paramilitary forces in Nazi Germany only. Just over 7,000 were issued during the war. The Iron Cross is by far the more historic award. Shown here are the various versions from 1813 to 1870. The Iron Cross was issued during many periods in German history, and they were annotated with the year indicating the era and war they were issued for. A World War I Iron Cross will bear the year 1914, and a World War II Iron Cross, 1939. The reverse of the 1870, 1914, and 1939 series of Iron Crosses have the year 1813 appearing on the lower arm, symbolizing the year the award was created. The 1813 Iron Cross bears the initials FW for King Frederick Wilhelm III, who created the award. Later, FW was replaced by a W centered in the cross for respective Kaiser Wilhelm I and Wilhelm II. Initials were replaced by the swastika during World War II. Though Iron Crosses have yet to be issued after World War II, thankfully due to a lack of war, there was a 1957 reissue that replaced the 1939 series, substituting an oak leaf cluster for the banned swastika. Since the onset of the Iron Cross in 1813, it has been awarded throughout the ranks in first and second class. Even a civilian could earn the Iron Cross if contributing to the war effort, though their ribbon would be different, in reverse colors featuring more white. The Iron Cross is awarded for bravery in battle, as well as other military contributions in a battlefield environment. Before a soldier could be awarded with the Iron Cross First Class, he, or in some historic cases she, needed to have been awarded the Iron Cross Second Class. Occasionally both were issued at once. Initially, the Iron Cross First Class was stitched in ribbon to the left uniform breast, but a ribbonless Iron Cross replaced this with cast iron and silver borders. It was to be fixed to the left uniform breast, with the Iron Cross Second Class remaining on a black and white ribbon. A few soldiers during World War I who had previously been awarded the 1870 Iron Cross and subsequently awarded another Iron Cross during World War I were recognized with a clasp featuring a miniature 1914 Iron Cross on a metal bar. Likewise, a World War I recipient of the Iron Cross may qualify to be awarded the Iron Cross again during World War II. During World War II, over 100,000 clasps were awarded. The clasp shown here is pinned directly above a first-class Iron Cross. For a second-class Iron Cross, the clasp was either attached to the ribbon or a ribbon bar. Second-class Iron Crosses earned during World War I did not count towards earning a first-class award in World War II. A new second-class award needed to be earned first. The Third Reich was trying to stop the overissuing of the medal as experienced during the First World War. Above the first and second-class Iron Crosses were the Iron Cross awards intended for victorious generals of the Prussian army and its allies. The Grand Cross of the Iron Cross was twice the size of a regular Iron Cross and worn from a ribbon around the neck. This was awarded 5 times during the Napoleonic Wars. Shown here is Crown Prince Charles John of Sweden. During the Franco-Prussian War, it was awarded 9 times. Here is King Wilhelm I of Prussia, later the German Emperor, wearing his. The World War I 1914 Grand Cross was awarded 5 times. Here's Wilhelm II, wearing his while handing out Iron Crosses during a World War I ceremony. Observe how he is aided in awarding the Iron Cross. Wilhelm had an underdeveloped left arm and would often leave it propped up against his sword to disguise that it was about 6 inches shorter than his right. Awarded twice was the Star of the Grand Cross of the Iron Cross. This was the highest military decoration of the Kingdom of Prussia and the German Empire. It was awarded only twice, a century apart. First to General Field Marshal Gebhard von Blücher in 1815 for his part in the victory over Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo. On March 25, 1918, it was awarded to General Field Marshal Paul von Hindenburg for his conduct of the 1918 German Spring Offensive in World War I. The last Grand Cross and only Grand Cross to be issued during World War II was to Hermann Göring, awarded to him July 19, 1940, for leading the Luftwaffe to victory during the French campaign. Göring added it to his many awards, which included the Iron Cross First and Second Class he received during World War I, followed by additional Iron Cross clasps in World War II, and a Knight's Cross. Göring's boss Hitler was also an Iron Cross recipient during World War I. Hitler received an Iron Cross Second Class in 1914 and First Class in 1918 as an infantryman and dispatch runner. Adolf Hitler restored the Iron Cross in 1939, and the award would lose its Prussian distinction, becoming a German award. The award would be worn very similar to as it was during the First World War. The Iron Cross First Class was pinned to the recipient's uniform, worn on the left side. The Iron Cross Second Class was suspended from a ribbon. This soldier is wearing both classes of the Iron Cross, along with the Bavarian Military Merit Cross Third Class, with crown and swords. The Iron Cross Second Class was usually never worn in the field, stored away, while just the ribbon is worn alone from the buttonhole of the uniform tunic. Sometimes it is worn above the left breast pocket. Red was added to the ribbons during World War II. The former black and white colors represented Prussia. Red was the color of Germany and the Nazi Party. The Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross was an award unique to the Second World War and often confused with the Iron Cross. It is a continuation of the Iron Cross Award and a distinction above the Iron Cross First Class. The Knight's Cross replaced older, less merit-based awards and was awarded to officers and soldiers alike. The Knight's Cross for military valor or successful leadership was divided into 5 degrees. Knight's Cross with oak leaves, Knight's Cross with oak leaves and swords. The second highest degree adds diamonds, and then the highest adds golden oak leaves. 7,313 Knight's Crosses were made. The most prestigious of Knight's Crosses, with golden oak leaves, swords, and diamonds, was awarded to one man only, pilot Hans Ulrich Rudel, a ground attack pilot credited with destroying 519 tanks, along with numerous other vehicles and ships. General Erwin Rommel received the second highest Knight's Cross, with oak leaves, swords, and diamonds. Rommel received his first Knight's Cross in May of 1940, his oak leaves in March of 41, swords in January of 42, and diamonds, of which he was the 6th recipient, in March of 1943, for his command of Army Group Africa. The non-combat version of the Knight's Cross was the War Merit Cross. Hans Landa famously wears this in Inglourious Basterds. His golden version was the highest class of the award, conceived and designed, but never actually issued. By the end of the war, awards like the Iron Cross were being distributed in massive numbers to help boost morale, and due to the conditions men were fighting under. So common became the medals that some soldiers considered it shameful not to obtain one, a theme explored in the excellent war film Cross of Iron. Upwards to 4.5 million second-class Iron Crosses were awarded during World War II, and 300,000 first-class Iron Crosses. The award became so prolific, by the end of the war it wasn't unheard of for Allied soldiers to come across stocks of them, and subsequently hand them out. Listen to British actor and soldier David Niven explain how he received his Iron Cross during the invasion of Normandy.
And so Maclean, we had this reunion, you can imagine, gave me the Iron Cross. And what had happened was that Cherbourg was still full of Germans and having a very rough time in there, so the general defending Cherbourg, called von Schleben, was handing out Iron Crosses to the defenders to keep them happy, to make them braver. And he ran out of Iron Crosses, so they signaled to Germany to get some more. And a fighter plane came over and dropped a whole bag of them. And they dropped them on Maclean. And so he had this big bag of Iron Crosses, and he gave me one. I had it for a long time during the war.
In modern times, there has been discussion on reinstituting the Iron Cross in Germany. It was decided in 2008 to update the badge of honor of the German armed forces with 3 grades dedicated exclusively for heroic deeds. Alright, I'm Johnny. Thanks for watching this video on the Iron Cross. Does anyone have an old Monopoly board game and want to play? That's about as close to an iron token I'll ever get. Well, take care and have a nice rest of your day.